Hey guys, welcome back to Paracord Planet. Today we're doing a little bit different style of paracord bracelet. This one uses microcord instead of the regular 550. I was looking for paracord inspiration online and came across a jewelry designer named Kendra Scott. Maybe some of you have heard of her. I had not, but she recently came out with a men's jewelry line. And so we're doing something kind of in the vein of Kendra Scott men's jewelry. For this project, you're going to need some micro paracord. I've got colored black here, but we have it available in a bunch of different colors. These little hexagonal beads. Those are also available in some different finishes. I'm using kind of a turquoise look today. And then these stone beads. These are not available in our store, but you can find them easily on Amazon. And with that, let's dive right in. All right, so to start off, I've taken and cut a 1.5 foot section of microcord. That should be enough for the main portion of the bracelet. And then we'll need a couple more feet to do a little bit of a closure at the end. When you're using paracord, it helps if you melt the ends. That keeps them from fraying, and especially if you're doing beading, it's going to make the process a lot easier. So I'm just going to go with an alternating every other hexagon bead and a stone bead. And it might be a good idea to tie a knot in the end of your cord before you start this. Otherwise, they're just going to run right off the other end. So I'm going to make a stevedore knot, and that's pretty simple. It's just bend some of it over on itself. Wrap the cord around a couple times, going back towards the end, and then bring the end through this loop. There we go. So we'll just speed through this process and catch you at the end. So there we are, our beading is all done. I ended each side with a hex bead just to keep things even. And what we're aiming for on this is a length of beading that almost goes around our wrist. So I've got about 1 inch left, and that's going to be just right for our closure. So now we're going to slide our beads to the middle of our string and loop it around. And we're going to be tying some cord onto both of these strands to make kind of an adjustable closure. If you have your cord attached to the rest of your hank or spool, you can leave it on there. That way you don't waste any cord. And what we're going to do is take both cords, they're going opposite directions at this point. So our string like this, just overlap them. And then take our cord on our spool and bring that underneath. We want to leave maybe 6 inches on this side. We're going to take that side attached to the spool, bring that over the top. And for those of you that have done paracord before, or macrame, this is called a square knot or cobra weave. We're going to take that short side now, bring it down, around the back, and up through that loop. After tying this one tight, we shouldn't have to hold on to things quite so well. And now you'll notice that the side attached to the spool is on the left side. So we're going to bring that over the top again. And then on this side of things, we bring this over the top of that cord, then down and around the back, and up through that left side loop this time. Pull that one tight. And now our bracelet's gonna hold together by itself. We'll just keep on doing that knotting method back and forth until we have about 1 inch of weave. Before we tighten down that last knot, we're just going to take our short strand, bring it behind the back of our center cords, and then down through that other side loop so that both of our cords are coming out the same side. We'll tighten that knot down first and then take the slack out. To finish this off, we're just going to cut the cords right where they are, and then before that knot has a chance to loosen, we'll melt the ends, and then flatten that melted bit right up against the weave. If this was hard to see in the microcord, we have another tutorial where we show how to make a paracord bracelet out of 550 cord, which is much larger. We'll link to that in the description. So now all that's left to do is to make one more stevedore knot in the other end of this. When sizing it though, we just want to make sure that it fits on our wrist and over our hand. So what I like to do is tighten it down just so it's at the point of fitting over our hand. About like that. And we know our ends have to be at least that long. So I'm going to adjust it a little bit so that this knot that we tied at the beginning is right up against our weave here. And then pull the slack out this end. So there we go, it fits over my hand again. So at this point, I should be able to tie another stevedore knot right up against here. Sometimes I'll actually tighten it down a little bit from there because it's pretty hard to tie that knot right up against. So we'll tie the knot about here now. Again, just around a couple times and through that loop. So now once that's tied, and you've tried it over your hand one more time, just to make sure that fits, you can go ahead and clip those ends and melt them against like we did before. I really like how this one turned out. And I even like it better than my first test one. In this I used more consistently colored beads and 95 cord. I think it looks a lot better in the micro and our hexagon beads. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to stick around. We put out paracord videos about twice a week. They're not always this style, but sometimes. And again, we'll put the links to the materials that are in our store down in the description to this video. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.